Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Friends, today we are going to discuss a numerical problem which was asked in GATE examination 2001, and the problem is as follows. Torque exerted on crankshaft of a two-stroke engine T is given as 10,000 plus 2000 sine 2 theta minus 1800 cos 2 theta. So friends, here theta is the crank angle measured from inner dead center, and we have to find out the power developed, the moment of inertia of the flywheel, and the alpha, that is the angular acceleration of the flywheel. So we have to determine these three things. So let us start the problem. So see the first step, that is the step number 1. In step number 1 we will write this equation, the torque equation, as 1 2 3 4 plus 2000 sine 2 theta minus 1800 cos 2 theta. Now friends, in the second step we will find out the time period of this function, that is the torque function. Now we know that the time period of sine theta is 2 pi. This implies time period of sine 2 theta will be how much? Pi. Sine theta, the time period of cos theta is pi. This implies time period of cos 2 theta will be equal to pi. Now we know that the time period of sine 2 theta is pi and the time period of cos 2 theta is pi. So the time period of this torque function will be equal to the LCM of the pi and pi, that is the LCM of the time period of sine 2 theta and LCM of the time period of cos 2 theta, which is pi and pi. So the LCM of pi and pi is pi. So the time period is which is denoted by Ti is equal to pi. Now friend, we will go to the step number 3. In step number 3, we will find out the mean torque denoted by T mean. So T mean is given by 1 upon time period Ti 0 to Ti, that is the time period T d theta. Now we know that our time period is pi, so I am replacing Ti by pi and limit 0 to pi, that is the 0 to time period T d theta. Now I will put the value of T in this expression from the above, that is from this value, plus 200 sine 2 theta minus 1800 cos 2 theta. Okay, so I have to integrate this with respect to theta d theta. So what we will get, if you integrate this, you will get T mean as 1000 Newton meter. Okay, now friends, there is another method to find out the T mean. As we know that the average value of sine function and cos function over a cycle is 0. So the integration of this particular function of the torque over the cycle will give us the value of mean torque as 1000, because the average value of sine function, which is sine 2 theta, and the cos function, which is cos 2 theta, here will be 0 over a cycle. So we will get T mean as 1 Newton meter. So this was another method to find out the T mean. In the next step, that is step number 4, what we will do, we will find out the power delivered. That is, we will try to solve the first part of our problem, that is the power delivered. Now the power delivered is given as T mean into omega. Now T mean is how much? 1 2 3 4, and omega is 2 pi n divided by 60. Now friend, I forgot to mention in the question that the RPM of the crankshaft was given to us as 250 RPM. That is, RPM was given to us as 250 RPM. So I put the value of n as 250 rpm in this expression, then I will get what, 1 2 3 4 into 2 pi into 250 rpm divided by 60. I will get how much? 261.8 into 10 raised to power 3 watts. So this is the power developed. So this was the answer for the first question. Now I will rub the above thing, that is the step number 1 and step number 2. So you should better note down these steps, and I will come to the step number 5. So in the step number 5, see what I am doing. In the step number 5, what I will do, I will calculate step number 5. What I will do, I will calculate the value delta t, and delta t is equal to t minus t mean. Now writing t from here, t is equal to 200 sine 2 theta minus 1800 cos 2 theta. This is the value of t, this t, and t mean is our 1, which was obtained from the previous step. This was t mean, we have already calculated. Now friends, this 10,000 will cancel with this 10,000, and we will left with sine 2 theta minus 1800 cos 2 theta. So this is our delta t. Now in the step number 6, what we will do, in the step number 6 we will put delta t is equal to 0. This implies 2000 sine 2 theta minus 1800 cos 2 theta is equal to 0. Then we will get tan 2 theta is equal to 0.9 after solving this. Now friends, we know that the value of 2 theta after taking inverse of tan, that is 2 theta is equal to tan inverse 0.9. The value of 2 theta will come out to be how much? 42 degree. Now we know that this is a tan function, and the tan function repeats itself after pi, that is 180 degree. After 180 degree the value of tan function remains same. So this value of 0.9 will remain same for what value of theta, that is 2 theta for 42 plus 180 degree, for 42 plus 360 degree, for 42 plus 540 degree. That is after every pi tan remains same, the value of tan function remains same. So the value of 2 theta will be this, this and this. For all these value of 2 theta, the value of tan 2 theta will be 0.9. So the value of theta will come out to be how much? When we calculate theta from here, the theta will come out to be 21 degree. When I calculate theta from here, I will get theta as how much? 111 degree. When I calculate from this, I will get theta as 201 degree, and so on. You can calculate this by yourself. Actually this is not required, I am just showing that the value of 2 theta can be taken as I have shown. Now friends, we will go to the step number 7. In step number 7 we will try to draw the diagram, and before that you should note that this is theta 1, this is theta 2, this is theta 3, this is theta 4. Okay friends, so we will try to make the t theta diagram in the next step, that is the torque versus theta cycle diagram in the next step. Now friends, see the step number 7. Now in the t theta diagram, the torque lies on the y-axis and the theta lies on this axis. Now the value of mean torque was obtained to be 1000. In the previous step we have already calculated the mean torque, which was how much? Which was equal to, okay, so I will draw a horizontal line over here which corresponding to the mean torque. I have already calculated the value of mean torque in the third step of the problem. So you have to take the value of mean torque from there and use here. So this is the value of mean torque. Now I will plot these theta value. This is our theta 1, this is our theta 2, this is our theta 3. Okay, our theta 1 is 21 degree, our theta 2 is 111 degree, our theta 3 is 201 degree. Okay friends, so These are the value of theta. Now draw dotted line to join this T mean line from theta 1, theta 2 and theta 3. So these are the points at which our torque graph will pass. Now we will try to draw this torque diagram, that is we will try to show the value of torque function over here. Now for that one thing more is needed, that is we have to calculate the value of t at theta is equal to 0 degree. So at theta is equal to 0 degree, the value of torque is plus 2000 sine 0 minus 1800 cos 0. Now we know that sine 0 is 0, so it will come out to be 1800, but the cos 0 is equal to 1. So the value of this coming out to be 8200 Newton meter. So the 8200 will lie somewhere here on this y-axis, that is the torque axis. Now because this is a sine function, because torque is a sine function, so the graph will be of the sinusoidal wave nature. So I will join this point with this point with a sine wave, and this point with also a wave like a sine wave, and this point with this point. So this is our torque diagram. Now friends, we know that our time period as calculated from the step number 1 was pi. So we do not need this graph up to theta 3, we only need this graph up to pi, that is 180 degree. That is our main concern. So I will plot 180 degree, it will lie somewhere here. This is 180 degree, and draw dotted line over here and rub the rest of the portion of the graph. So this is our graph which is needed only this part of the diagram is needed to us because it corresponded to a cycle, and only one cycle we need, and rest of the diagram we do not need. We need up to a one cycle, that is pi, that is the time period. Up to time period we need this is pi. Okay friends, so this is our t versus theta diagram. So once we have drawn the t versus theta diagram, the next step is to calculate the maximum fluctuation of the energy. So we know that friend, the maximum fluctuation of energy is the maximum energy in the cycle minus minimum energy in the cycle is equal to delta t, which is denoted by delta E. Now friend, suppose this is the point A, this is the point B, this is the point C, and this is the point E. Now we know that below T mean line we denote area by negative sign, above T mean line we denote area by positive sign, and below T mean line we denote the area by negative sign. Now energy at A is equal to E, suppose, then the energy at B will be equal to E minus B, because this is the negative sign, and energy at C will be equal to energy at B plus energy at B. Energy at B is equal to energy at E minus energy at B. Energy C is equal to energy at B plus this area, that is this area A2. Okay, and energy at B was, this was the area A1 actually, E minus A1. Okay friends, and energy at E is equal to energy at C minus this area, that is A3. Suppose these area of these loops are A1, A2 and A3 minus A3. Now the maximum energy in the cycle is the energy at C, and the minimum energy in the cycle is at energy at B. So the E max minus E min is equal to energy at C minus energy at B is equal to delta E. Now the energy at C minus energy at B is the area of this loop, that is this area. So this is our delta E, that is the maximum fluctuation of energy. So delta E is equal to how much? Delta E is equal to I omega square, sorry, delta E is equal to theta 1 to theta 2 delta t d theta, that is this area. We have to find out this area. So it will be equal to 21 degree to 111 degree, that is from theta 1 to theta 2, this intercept to this intercept, or delta theta. Delta theta we have already calculated in the previous step. Delta theta is equal to 200 sine 2 theta minus 1800 cos 2 theta. From the previous step we have already calculated it. Now when we integrate this, what we will get? Let us see what will we get. We will get the value of delta E as 2690.7 joules. Now we have got the value of delta E. Now next thing is step number 9. In the step number 9, what we have to do? We have to use delta E is equal to I omega square Cs, and the delta E is equal to 2690.7 already calculated from previous step. And I is how much? I is unknown to us, that is required, that the moment of inertia of the flywheel is required. At omega already calculated by us, we will again calculate it. 2 pi n divided by 60, n is 250 rpm. So we will get the value of omega as how much? 26.18. So 26.18 whole square into Cs. Now look at how I am taking this value of Cs. Now the value of Cs, I have forgot to mention that the value of Cs is taken to be 0.5. That is, the value of Cs in this case is given in the question, that you have to take the value of Cs as how much? 0.5. So Cs is assumed to be 0.5. It is given in the question. You have to use this diagram, this particular data. So I will put the value of Cs as 0.5 here. 0.5%. Okay, the value of Cs is to be taken as 0.5%. So I will put the value of Cs is 0.5%, that is 0.5 divided by 100 in this expression, and what I will get? I will get I is equal to 785.16 kg meter square. So this is the value of moment of inertia of the flywheel. Now friend, next thing is that we have to calculate the acceleration at theta is equal to 45 degree. That is the angular acceleration at theta is equal to 45 degree. So see how I am doing this. In step number 10, we know that t minus t mean, that is the delta t is equal to t minus t mean is equal to I alpha. Now t minus t mean will be equal to, we have already calculated, that is t minus t mean, which will come out to be 2000 sine 2 theta minus 1800 cos 2 theta. You can go back to the video and see the value of delta t, how I have calculated the value of delta t. So I am using directly from the previous step. And I is how much? I we have calculated already, it is 785.16, and alpha we have to calculate at 45 degree. So putting the value of theta here at 45 degree, that is we have to calculate the value of alpha at 45 degree. That's why we will put the value of 45 degree in this expression. 2000 sine 45 degree into 2 minus 1800 cos 45 into 2 is equal to 785.16 into alpha. Now sine 90, this will come 90, so sine 90 is equal to 1 and cos 90 is equal to 0. So this will be equal to this 785.16 into alpha. So we will calculate alpha here from here as 2.548, okay, radian per second square. So this was the answer for the third part, and in the step 9 we have obtained the answer for the second part. So this was all for today's topic, and friend, this was very important problem regarding the IAS examination. It has came in the IAS examination in 2001, so you should better watch this problem carefully. And friend, thank you for watching the video, and if you like my video, you can subscribe to my channel. Also press the bell icon for upcoming notification of my video. Thank you friends.